What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here to talk about the brand new Super Evolution that's going to be arriving on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global very soon. This Kizuna Hawkins, which is where this specific treasure map, or not treasure map, but Super Evolution unit is going to be debuting, is on April 15th. So April 15th at 1900 PST time, this Kizuna Clash will be going live, and with that, you'll be able to farm up the Super Evolution skulls for the character inside the exchange boxes. Now, of course, there's lots of drama going around this particular Kizuna Clash, the fact that it's not a co-op Kizuna Clash. Obviously, everyone's pretty upset about that. I really hope that the exchange boxes have a reduced capacity, which would make getting these skulls a lot easier, because the fact that it's not a co-op Kizuna means that it's actually going to be harder to get tickets if you didn't summon for those characters. Myself, personally, I'm not even going to be summoning for those Kizuna Clash characters anyway. And if you don't summon for those units, it's going to be actually pretty hard to get these tickets. So I really hope they reduce the capacity of the exchange boxes in order for just people to super evolve this character. And that character is none other than Blackbeard. Now, this character, man, he has been out for such a long time. I think he was legit the oldest character without a 6+, aside from Log Luffy, which we don't know how that's going to even happen. I mean, Log Luffy deserves a 6+. Don't know how they're going to do it. Potentially 7th anniversary? I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But, you know, Log Luffy does deserve some sort of 6+ in the future. Blackbeard was also one of the other oldest characters that needed one, and he's going to be receiving one today. Now, remember, Blackbeard does have a Limit Break expanded captain effect. So if you guys are one of the people out there that have went ahead and expanded his Limit Break, then you're definitely going to get the most out of this character. So let's go ahead and talk about the brand new super evolved Blackbeard. Unfortunately, when he super evolves, he doesn't go into his time skip outfit. It's just more Marineford stuff, but you can see obviously he does have Whitebeard's Devil Fruit at this point. He still has his Darkness Devil Fruit as well, obviously. This character does not change his typing or classes. He's still a driven powerhouse dex type unit. And his stats obviously are pretty decent. You know, 2075 is pretty nice after expansion. 485, 4630. I feel like his health is actually pretty low. I feel like that's actually a little bit low for Blackbeard, but either way. So having a look at the captain effect of Blackbeard, he says that he's going to boost the attack of all characters by 3.75 and your health by 1.5 if you have a striker, shooter, fighter, and a slasher character in your crew. So this is the same condition that his original version had. You needed to have one of those four classes on your team at the same time in order to get all of your boosts active. Now, the added effect obviously is his all normal attacks, not just his, but all your crew's normal attacks will bypass barriers and all defensive effects aside from blue shield defense. He doesn't bypass that, but damage threshold, barriers, percent damage reduction, damage nullification, all your normal attacks will bypass that. So it's a pretty decent captain effect. The only real problem is the multiplier is a bit low, and if you do expand his captain effect, not much really changes aside from the fact that he's now a 4 times captain instead of a 3.75 times captain. Now, honestly speaking, this is actually kind of bad, because when I have a look at the original Blackbeard and have a look at his expanded captain effect, again, it's pretty much the same, except the multipliers are going to be changed. But have a look at the multiplier difference. His base boost at 6 star is 2.75, and if you expand him, he goes to 3.25, which is a 0.5 increase. And then when you 6+ him, he goes from 3.75 to 4 times. So it's only a 0.25 increase. So he kind of gets nerfed a little bit with his expansion, because this technically should be 4.25, or if they really wanted to cheese it, they could make this 3.5 and then leave this as 4 times. But either way, I feel like this should be 4.25. If it was, this character would be freaking insane. I mean, 4 times is definitely nothing to scoff at either. The only real problem is his condition for his captain effect can be a little bit troublesome. But look, if you do fulfill the condition, which is not that bad to do these days because we have a lot of good characters of each of these classes, you get the 4 times boost, 1.5 health, and you don't even have to worry or bring utility units to get around damage threshold, damage reduction, barriers, damage nullification. You don't have to worry about that at all, which is really good. And of course, you're not really going to be running double Blackbeard when you're using this guy. More often than not, if you're going to be using this Blackbeard, you're probably going to be running him in a hybrid style team with someone else as the friend captain. Now, because of his classes and stuff, you'd probably want to be running a friend captain that is one of those primary classes of striker, shooter, fighter, slasher, but obviously you don't need to. I mean, other really good characters you could partner with this guy would be like V1 Kaido or even versus Big Mom or Kaido. Either one of those two work very well. There's plenty of good options for this Blackbeard, of course. So let's have a look at his other effects here. So his Crewmate Effects. So if you use him as a sub, he boosts the attack against Dex enemies by 2 times. So essentially, he does not hit for not effective damage. He always hits for at a base level at neutral damage, unless if obviously he's inflicted with the fear debuff, and then boosts the stats of all characters by 50, which is pretty nice to have, of course. Now, his special ability, when he was in his 6-star form, his special ability wasn't very useful. It does a 30% health cut, and it says if he was the captain when you launch the ability, he bypasses the defensive effects when you launch the health cut. So essentially, it's just a health cut, and that's what it was. Now, they did kind of change it up a little bit, which is nice. So his special ability now, which will go ahead and cut the HP of each enemy by 30%, that ignores all damage negating abilities and barriers, so you don't have to worry about if he's the captain or not, it's always going to bypass. And then there's an added utility effect of reducing bind by 5 turns, and then changes block orbs into matching orbs. It's a pretty obscure effect. Like, I don't really know if this was the best way forward. I think the utility is actually really, really nice. But the orb change I feel is a bit weird. Like, why specifically block orbs? It would have been nice if he changed all orbs, including block, into matching or something. That would have been pretty dope. But it is still reliant on the enemy giving you block orbs to then you activating this special to get that to change. So, you know, there's good and bad with both of it, but across the board, it's not a terrible special, I would say. It's just, it doesn't do that much. Like, this is not a special that is going to help you clear content, I would say. I mean, the utility is, like, just whatever, because we have even, like, support effects that can do this now. And, like, the block orb manipulation, like, there's plenty of characters and plenty of really good legends in the game that can get around block orbs. But I feel like just providing a health cut and 5 turns of bind and a block orb change, it's not enough to make this guy be warranted to be used. And with the prevalence of normal attacks only, it really hinders the usability of his 30% health cut, which again is a really, really big problem for him. But I mean, look, if you're just comparing the 2 versions of Blackbeard, this guy obviously is better in almost every capacity, right? It just is. He goes down to a 14-turn cooldown after his expansion. Does that actually change? 14 turns is pretty decent. Okay, yeah, 14 turns is exactly how it is. So 14 turns after expanded for that special. And then for his potential abilities, obviously he has the Enrage. He has a critical hit, which is 70% chance, which is a little low. Only 120 attack from the Enrage is also really low. And slot bind reduction by 10, so he doesn't even completely remove it. His support effect's pretty decent though. 10% attack and HP to any Dex unit is nice, but yeah. So you need these skills to get from the Kizuna Clash in order to pick up the materials to actually evolve this character. So look, personally speaking, I'm not a big fan of this unit, but I know a lot of people out there are really, really big fans of Blackbeard and what the original Blackbeard tried to achieve. But honestly, I don't think this is a character that, even if you do miss out on getting the skulls for this Blackbeard, like, obviously it will suck, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. But it definitely would be nice to have this guy for sure, because I think he's going to be boosted in like upcoming events or something. I'm not really 100% sure about that, but it definitely would be nice to have him. But that's the Blackbeard. I just wanted to make a video talking about him because I know a lot of people are probably going to ask about it. But yeah, you can go ahead and pick up his skulls from the Kizuna Clash. Hopefully the exchange boxes are decent. And, you know, that's Blackbeard, really. I don't really have too many other opinions about him. I just think he's just kind of, yeah, he's okay. I mean, I know a lot of people probably disagree with that, and they think he's like, oh my god, he's amazing. He goes through all defensive effects. Oh, he's basically like a base carrot. But look, I don't really care about that too much. I just think in terms of team building, yeah, it's okay. He's got a decent multiplier. He's got a good health boost. He bypasses defensive effects. I just think his special is a little underwhelming. Like, the bind removal, I think, is actually okay. This is a little weird, and like health cuts is like just, yeah, whatever. A lot of characters do health cuts these. I mean, literally, Kaido versus Big Mom that just came out doesn't do 30%, it does a 20% health cut, bypasses everything as well. So like, it's nothing special, nothing really special there. The only real thing that you're getting out of this, like, to really note, is like this. And it's like, for a legend, I don't know about that. It just doesn't really seem that good. But anyways, that's gonna end this video. The next upcoming like Super Evolution characters, I think after this, are around like V2 Zora, V2 Mihawk, V2 Sanji, like those type of Super Evolutions, and those ones were very, very disappointing. We should be also getting information soon on Japan's next Super Evolution character, which, all things going according to plan, it should probably be Cracker. Now that one I'm very excited about, because Cracker, even to this day, is a good unit. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do on Japan regarding Legend Cracker, because yeah, I think they could really make him like a god tier unit, because he's already really good. There's not much they need to change about him to improve him in any capacity. So I'm excited for that. But that's going to wrap up this video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.